Mr. Russell, whenever you're ready, one of the questions you asked him, which was critical, since both of them did it, why is it that your energy is really towards one, not towards both? Right? Because it's about support. And one other thing that he said, again, and this needs to be arbitrated, he spoke about Michael Manley moving pay from X point to the next. What he's not talking about is because Michael Manley was reckless. If what he said is true, Michael Manley made promises that he was unable to fulfill and reckless in those promises. The country was not able to under Michael Manley. It's not that the country wasn't growing before, but he just simply granted increases and giveaways without doing an assessment as to whether or not the country was able to manage so much all at once, and thus plunged the country in debt. And 2 years later, the country was totally broke.
I see them want to do right now too. That's why they want to come back in our government.
Yeah. 2 years later, the country was absolutely broke.
Yeah, man, for real. Dr. Russell?
Yes, sir. Yes, bless up, Joshua.
Yes, sir. Pick up some new guests.
Yes, well,
no problem, my brother.
I had simply come up, not to debate teacher, but to give some data, some facts, because you showed the contrast there, how people engage in policy debate. You know, when I'm doing methodology classes with my postgrad students, they have to come with the raw data, and then they have to talk about the narrative behind the data. Because when you see a number, there's a story behind the number. Teacher is a colleague, but unfortunately he made some unforced errors, which was just throwing everything at the kitchen sink and then start to shout. And it was grounded in facts. He made...
I'm a general still. I'm rather him there when I tell him them things.
Yes, man.
No, so I couldn't bother dwell upon that.
He made again, because we were having discussion on teacher migration, and it is important for us to understand what happened. Now, the data showed from when teacher migration officially started to be recorded in the 1960s in Jamaica, the numbers have increased year on year. There was never a year in Jamaica under any government when teacher migration fell. Every year it climbed and climbed and climbed.
True.
Now the data showed that it reached its peak post-pandemic. And that's the narrative behind the data. That for those of us who lived in England and those of us in America, and even at the time when I was over in Australia working with them in the system, after the pandemic, there was a kind of a, what the word I would use, the education system, the classroom had a mass exodus of teachers. In England, some schools, Mr. Vegas, were pooling children together in an assembly hall to teach a whole cohort because they didn't have a teacher. So there was a mass exodus. So what happened post-pandemic now? England, Cayman Islands, Bahamas, USA, Australia, because Australia bleed from South Africa and Ireland and the UK. They all came over and had a mass recruitment of teachers. And so it says at the peak, because a peak in Canada, a peak indicates that it has been climbing and then it reached the summit. So when I did the research, it was overwhelming. It's even on the government website in the UK and Department of Education.gov, that after the pandemic, the profession was depleted, that they had to go to the Caribbean. But also here's the other story which I explained, that the numbers increased exponentially because of also the qualification process that had occurred under Bruce Golding. And the teacher made a false statement again. He said, no, the college never was a follow that. Listen to me, people. Mr. Golding, when Mr. Holness was the education minister, stipulated that all teachers' colleges must matriculate students by the degree level. Before that, they were graduating like myself with diplomas and certificate. And when they went abroad, their diplomas were dumbed down to an associate degree, and they were told they had to pay more money to upgrade themselves. When Mr. Golden made that stipulation, immediately after that, all the colleges, Shortwood, Churches, Bethlehem, Michael, all their teachers were graduating with degree. What it did, it made Jamaican teachers incredibly attractive and marketable. In fact, one of the increases in Jamaican teachers' migration is that the barriers were now moved, because prior to that, teachers, they only came for teachers who had certain amount of experience and also your level of education. The fact that the teachers were now with degrees and masters. There's an agency in England. I used to work with them in giving them, sourcing them teachers in Jamaica. And they were able to recruit just like that, by the tick of the finger. Because, as the guy said, the Jamaican teachers they tick. In fact, their degree qualification met the UK standard.
So they were now in demand.
They were now in demand with that big post-pandemic push. But he also said something about PEP, because it's not him alone I hear talking about PEP and data. And so I started to Google and I started to bring it up, Mr. Vegas. And I found something interesting here. It says the highest rate of PEP passes for any government was 2019 in maths, 54% under Royal Reed and Carl Samuda. The highest in English, was 85% 2025 under Dana Morris. So I had to refresh the Google page again.
Right.
It says, I asked the person, tell me who win. They said they can't, they cannot say which government. They can say who wins on peak performance. They says the JLP wins on peak performance percentage.
Well, you're the problem. When you present that argument there, I did present it. Him say you can't just, a one-time thing, you can't use that and just not. So here we go on. We're gonna meet them again this at the end of the next year, the cycle again. And we take it to them from there. So I grab two more people before we
yes,
go.
man.
Big up yourself, Dr. Russell.
Big up yourself.
Yeah, man. Jaja, you're rough. You're rough, innit? Rough star, it's rough. You're rough. We have a really, really political star. We're really political. I cannot find any PMP who me and him can have an honest discussion and them iron out and point out a plausible argument why them against Andrew Holness. I cannot find a PMP, and that's supposed to be one of the brightest PMP and in the digital space, in the TikTok space. That teacher is a very qualified, PMP. He's a qualified PMP. And if we cannot get a teacher for, show me what we are saying wrong with evidence, not with feelings, with evidence. Well, if we can't get anything out of a teacher, how we are going to get nothing out of Alvaro and the idiot there? If we can't get anywhere with teacher. And we keep, of course, 4 PhD now go come over here, so. 4 PhD now come on a platform here, you know, because she go get grilled. And first thing we go check her dissertation. And she don't want nobody check her dissertation. She come at the woman in America where say she have PhD. But she name Dr. Shenny. And the people they find out say a fake PhD she have. She buy it from Walmart. You see? She buy it from Walmart. She's not gonna come on my page or any PNP page because they don't want anybody to challenge them. The teacher put forward him two best argument, I would think. Because if you have a gross with somebody, I can put forward the two best argument. And teacher two best argument no meet the threshold. Well, we could have said, well, we understand why you have a problem with Andrew Wellness. It does not meet the threshold. It's sick, it's sad. It's sad, brethren. So it come like the man, them just hate Andrew. And that type of problem, them just hate Andrew. That's the biggest problem.
Oh.
Yeah, nothing wrong with him. I look at see it still. Because is his ambition. Is his ambition. Nothing wrong with that still. Yeah, for him, democratic rights still. You can look at seat if you want to look at seat. Heal family. Invite who? No man, me not go to my wife invite her. Me say another chat and she come to the chat and talk me invite her. Me not go to my wife invite her. You mad? After me not desperate. After me not desperately want to talk to her. She not that important. Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Vegas, Wagwan.
Yes, your background very loud.
Yeah. I know me don't know me catch that box cause we're better nicely. So
All right.
just give thanks, you see me?
Dig up.
All right.
People don't watch the request button because if you don't press the request button by accident, I'm gonna bring it up. Yeah? I'm just going from the lower and come up. I not invite nobody when I have a picture of them something. Because I don't want. I don't think the PNP then can present a good argument why they have a problem with Andrew Wellness. Yeah, me I come right up to you, Olympic way. The right at the next one in line. I'm just going from the lower. I'm going from the lower up. So you would then miss a T on next.
Yeah, let me get to my cup. Vegas, you
Yeah,
need
Vegas.
journalism. You need to go to journalism, right? Take it from me.
Never
work with
associate
Garfield
degree in
for
mass
first.
communication, you know.
All right. You have it then. Me work with me amongst Garfield long enough. Here when me mad with you and you now watch the screen, you know, a long way about for you. I wanted, it's a learning process, you know, that you had a while ago, you know. I wanted you to add back Dr. Russell because the issue, two things you haven't sought out with us is the $18,000 that he spoke about and the increase that he had gotten and the appraisal, Vegas.
I was looking up data, but then him start show it off with Bruce and start with the comments. So that's why it go all over the place.
Yeah, but you have to stay up on point, you know. Yeah, mass communication, get back to your point. But
no, I tried, but then the whole thing is chaotic because after Joshua come up and Joshua trigger him, so the whole thing that's why I wanted to keep him at the education thing. I was pulling up the data.
Yeah, and then what I want.
But I was going to bring up Dr. Russell after still. Because I know Dr. Russell armed with the
info. And when you take down Dr. Russell a while ago, I wanted to hear from him or see if I can get some teacher come speak on appraisal because they come into a system, because him, Mr. Vegas, would have come into the US system, right? Work from 2021, right? He would have worked under the appraisal system. Why is he holding the Jamaican system accountable, Andrew Holness, on that? Yet he come into a system and work in there. What's so bad about it? And all right, the other question when we want to find out, he being a president, why is it that they don't want to give what we would regard as special teachers like the sciences and all of these people the special pay? Why them not want to give the people them that when science and STEM is the way forward?
Right.
You get what I mean?
Right.
These things are important to find out from these guys what it is. Left out the politics. Make we get to the meat of the matter. The other thing that we need, because this is a learning process. I mean, they are listening, Mr. Vegas.
Me too. I learn from them because them are the educators them.
Exactly. So these are the other thing that needs to be ironed out. And we need frankness about it. The migration of the teachers, is it a government issues? Or
I make more money.
Or is a make more money? How do we tie these people to the system, to protect the system, which is protecting us? Because we're not protecting ourselves in Mr. Vegas. Because we make, and as much as we're going to talk, as much of us are out here trying to get money into Jamaica for the betterment of the future. But are we protecting the future because the people that we're supposed to educate the kids are not doing so? Them a runway, go educate somebody else. How do we?
Because the dollar value.
And you can't hold a man, but we educate you. So how do we benefit from your education? We need the education.
More teacher with us, but you go on now. Donald Trump I fix that, you know. Inadvertently fixing that. Because a portion of teacher visa get cancelled, you know. I
know. Enough I come back home.
And portion I come back home too.
So my right question,
the amount of visas we get cancelled right now, teachers gonna be out here looking jobs, and then you can have the performance-based system because they're gonna have to perform to get the salary of them things that them should be getting. So sometimes some things, you know, on the offset it might, you know, look away.
Look bad, yeah.
But I think there is some benefits in this situation with the teachers them.
I see what you mean.
Because
but look how long we have fight for this thing. Look how long.
175,000 visa get cancelled already, and I can guarantee you by the time Donald Trump leave office, over 5 million visas are going to get cancelled, or 4 million.
Wow. We know it's tough because we see a lot of things.
Because right now, if you have a visa and you're maybe under 30 or 35, if you're 35, 40 and under, I think you have a good chance of losing a visa because they do not want you to come in the country and have a child.
Yes, that is another thing. You can't come in pregnant either.
So people it's gonna be a serious situation in the next two years. Yes. But let's see what happens. I grab somebody else before.
Yes, but more try get some teacher, ask them because we want to hear about.
If there's any teacher in the room, I want a teacher come for talk about something here. Let me try Tasha. Tasha might be a teacher. And then I go to Tino. Yeah, no teacher there. The general, you want hear about the
No, I'm not a teacher. I'm in the
Hi Tasha, how are you?
I'm tired because I do 12-hour shift. I'm Mr. Vegas. Mr. Vegas, I'm gonna say something because, and this is not, I don't want us to have arguments that we are I'm trying to find the right word to say to that.
Confrontation.
Yeah. I know, but I'm tired because I do 12-hour shift. So all right, listen to me now, Vegas. And this is my problem that I am having with Jamaica. All right, I am living in South Florida, right? But I'm a Jamaican. Me love me Jamaica. Me chat my patois, even though I can speak English. And a lot of Jamaica working in the L field in South Florida. You know that. If you because I saw you one time in Mr. Vegas, but I did not call you because I was coming from. I saw you one time at a popular Jamaican restaurant. But this is what I want us as Jamaican to be. If we support the PNP or we support the JLP, we're supposed to be at one. You know what I'm trying to say to you? In the sense of, I do not like for instance, when we are sitting around the computer at work and we are charting, I have a lot of JLP friends. There are several things that we can point out that the PNP did well, and certain that we can point out that the JLP did well, and certain things that we can come together and say yes, that should have done. Because no matter what we support them, Mr. Vegas, everywhere you find it, because I love Trump, a lot of people cannot understand why I love Trump, and the reason why, when I break it down and tell them the reason why I like this man, they understand. They say, oh my God, I did not look at it that way. I did not look on it at the way you see it. When I share the view to them and said to them and put Jamaica to them and said, listen, no matter if you are PNP or JMP, we love Jamaica. And would you want somebody to come our country and take all of our resources? Even though maybe you would have Jamaica in Jamaica who don't want to do those damn. And they get to understand and get to say, oh my God, I didn't even look at it with my thinking cap. So Mr. Vegas, we didn't say this and say that. I don't want to draw you out of your context of what you're talking, because I read that you're talking about teachers, right?
No. We haven't. No, the fundamental or the foundation of the conversation is because we are so. Why people are afraid to come out and say them support Andrew Holness is because they are fearful that people will attack them, and because there have been so much misinformation, disinformation and propaganda spread on his name that people cannot substantiate, but because people have been saying it so much and so often, and people are afraid that, oh, I might say, oh, I support Andrew, and somebody wants to say, oh, you support that thief, you support that dictator there, and so forth and so on. So people just stay away from it. So that is what me and the teacher started the conversation from. So I don't know if it's that, if you want to pick up from there.
No, that is not it. Because that is not it. Because tell me what, even though I am talking this way, but listen to me. The reason why, I do not hate Andrew Holness as a person, because everybody have a style of leadership, and there's anybody who do good or bad, you have to support them and stand for what they support. What you have to do is what you don't dislike with the person, you can look at it and try to say, you know what, this can be done better. Or try to see why this can be done better.
You mean what you dislike? You mean what you dislike about the person?
Right. I dislike with, I would say, the Minister of Health. To me,
that's Mr. Tufton.
Yeah, the health system in not because I am in a first world country and I work in it and I see the level of care and the level of how or you get care in this country. And healthcare is not free in America. But what I'm trying to say is that I believe that the health system in Jamaica can be 100% better. That is my belief. I am not saying that you need to fire Andrew Holness, because before, I used to say, oh my God, it should have been done, it should have been done, it should be like Crystal. Crystal is a younger person. I am not, listen, I don't want nobody to hate me and start to cuss me, No,
that's the same thing. That's the same thing I don't want to happen. I don't want, because you see, I don't want to be fearful of that either.
I'm fearful of saying stuff, because when I talk,
likewise, this sorry, I don't read the comment because I'm people in the comment on the bill. But what I'm saying is the same thing I say, the same way you feel like you're on this platform and you can't view or you really feel, you can't say how you really feel. It seems so you have some labor rights afraid to go anywhere and say, I support Andrew because I'm free, man, people are got at them. So speak your mind, whatever problems you have.
All right, like I am from between St. Mary and St. Anne, right? And I have been to the St. Anne's Bay Hospital. When I am from St. Mary, exactly. I understand that Portmore Hospital, it's moved to a different, under the People National Party, it downgrade to a lower hospital, and they start into Nassau Bay, which is to do more stuff, or St. Anne's Bay, which is the region. But when I go down to St. Anne's Bay, there's several things that were in place, were not in place. I understand that Andrew Ones put somebody in place to do the work, and the work should have been done, because he cannot own all the ministry. He cannot do all his ministry. That is the only problem I am having, and that is the only disappointment. I was bitter. When I say I was bitter, I was so bitter as a girl about it. And I speak really strongly, and but
about what? About what?
About the healthcare system.
Where?
Jamaica.
Give me something specific about.
All right, like for instance, right?
Yeah.
You go. All right, say you go to the emergency. All right, because once it passed, I think it's 8 o'clock. I don't remember what time, but I know that it's after 7 hours in Jamaica. You go to the emergency room. No, you go to the hospital because there's no doctor office open. So you go to the hospital. You know that the outdoor patients got to be closed, so you have to go to the emergency room, right? When you go to the emergency room, the access that you're supposed to get, you are not getting it. And the first thing when you say, I've been here, this and that, the first thing that the doctors and the nurse going to say to you, you're lucky, people there a long time more than you. People there, you're lucky, we never have this for that, and we never have that for that.
But that is not a Christopher Tufton thing, though.
So what is it? Like, if they are telling you that, if they are telling you, because I have to be careful how I put my word, if they are telling you that we can't do it because it wasn't provided,
let's stick to what you just said, though. You said when you go to the emergency room,
yeah,
people are letting you know that people are there before you, so they can attend to you. No, I go to the hospital emergency room in the US, and I wait longer than when I wait at Jamaica.
I'm saying to you, let me explain.
So wait. One second, sis. So what I'm saying is, you cannot pin that on the minister and say because you go to a hospital and there are people where you have to wait until them get through, you get through. That is a personal thing. That is not the minister there. That is not the minister in there saying.
It's I place my word. I should have. I place my word because I'm trying to get in it so much. I am placing my word.
No, man, take your time, man. Take your time. We're gonna fix it, man. We're gonna fix it.
What I'm trying to say is that when I say that they said people are here a long time, what she's trying to
stop people not chilling, man.
What they are trying to say is that what they are trying to say is to me is that you're lucky. You can't come and come fix that. You can't come and do that because people try. People, it's not the waiting. They are telling me that people are there waiting. They must say, look here, like I am saying stuff to me, they are saying to me directly, you're lucky. You can't fix that. A long time they say that now, this now that now that. You know what I'm trying to say?
Can't fix what?
Like I'm coming and I said to her, like for instance, I have a shortness of breath, right? Mm-hmm. And when you have a shortness of breath and there's an area there that you sit to get the oxygen. And if there's 2 oxygen there, right? When you will see like 6 or 7 different of breathing treatment that you put over your face. To sit, they will have 6 person there. When you go, there's only 2, and the 4 is not working. And I'm saying to them, you try to fix that. They say you're lucky, you have to wait your turn. And 2 people try to affect and it still not work.
Oh, you mean the next machine then?
Exactly. So when I say wait on your turn, that's the experience I having with them. I
don't want to speak on your experience because I was not there.
Yeah,
but in a situation like that, then Tasha, because you've been very vocal on the internet, right? Have you ever taken the time out to like try address that specific situation? Like some ways you can, because even with Tufton, when Mr. Tufton, about on him Twitter page, when people talk to him over them, he respond,
this is me.
And even like Daryl Vaz and them people, them have a Twitter page, Juliet do it. I've seen where they respond to people. So if you had that experience where you're going to the hospital and 4 of the machine them now work, And that was it. I think it's important, one, to make a report. Well, on, sis. You know, one. No, listen first. Listen first. Did you make a report? Did you make a report?
Mr. Vegas, listen to me. I want to calm down because I have been using some colorful word. I'm believing me not like.
No, man, you're good, man. Left that, no, man.
No, sir, I can't manage this, man. Because me answer them. No, because
people leave alone. Just stop reading comments. So what may I say is, did you make a report about that? Because that can save lives. So did you make a report?
No, I did not make a report. I was mad. I was so angry. I leave.
So those are the type of things that, because if you want to come back home, come live at Jamaica, and you see an issue like that, Tasha, I think it would be good for you to one, make a report, point it out, and remember saying, Tasha, you see some of them nurses, some of them doctors, remember say even the Prime Minister and Mr. Tufton talk about it, you know, some people in the health sector, you know, them not have no behavior, you know.
Well, look,
understand that, you know, but you can't blame the minister for somebody when I have no behavior. You have to point it out.
But I'm gonna say something to you. Working in this working in the health field, we as healthcare worker, we have gone. Listen to me. I'm gonna be honest with you. We have gone through a lot of disrespect and a lot of stress.
Yeah, some nurse feel that way too. That's why you catch them on a bad day too.
And then, and not, because for instance, like right now, I want to be honest with you, Mr. Vegas. There's a lot of stuff that I support, and there's a lot of stuff that I don't support, and I am angry at this. And the next thing, Mr. Vegas, what I want the system to fix in Jamaica is the school system.
What part of the school system you want to fix?
Like for instance, I want it to go back in the days, because I'm an 80 child. When a child reach 9th grade and they see that you're not up to the CXC level, they either make you
learn a skill.
They either make you do woodwork, electrical engineer, no, don't laugh. What make you laugh after Mr. Vegas?
You say like a real 80s baby for you.
No, why you laughing? Y'all laugh after me?
No, but that way it's so bad. It's so like a real 80s situation. You say woodwork.
No, I know it's carpentry. No, listen to
me. Yeah. Go through. You go in and out. So you have to come. You mute yourself there. Unmute yourself.
No, because my son was asking me if it's really Mr. Vegas that's saying.
Yeah, man, general. Yeah, man, I'm here to talk to your mommy.
Because what I'm trying to say is, no, I know it's carpentry, but I am saying woodwork because I want Jamaica to understand me. Hairdressing, dressmaker. You know what? Look here, Mr. Vegas, I have one dress runner so right now. I mean, because I live in South Florida. I mean, I drive 1 hour for ask someone to do an woman tell me $300.
The hairdressing, tailoring sector kind of decline because people now can order clothes for cheaper. So the amount of money it take for make clothes now, people can just go buy a dress and it's cheaper. So you're not going. It's unfortunate you're not gonna get back that. But
all right. What about, listen to me, there's several ways you can make stuff. There's several, like, let me explain to you with a tailor. You get a suit. I buy, my uncle just recently died. I buy some cheap suit. And I send it. They still have to take it to the tailor to alter it to how they want it. When it come on to September, you have, listen to me.
Uniform.
It is so hard. Even there used to be 2 tailor in James Avenue now, and those men are getting so old. You can't find nobody.
But may I explain to you that it's the same thing with farming. And enough of the youth them not want to do them something no more. One time tailoring, you know, was a thing where people it was sought after, you know, like every man want to get out of machine, you know. You see me I say, nowadays nobody no want that, no man have no time for go pedal no machine. So and the next thing to 1 second. The I don't think if a child, maybe you assess that child and say that child is not up to par. But there's always heart. When you can enroll now, all of them things that we talk about, them can learn them things in heart. So we have the system in place.
But listen, I know the system is there, but think about it, Mr. Vegas. Why would you let your child go to 10th grade and 11th grade? Because some child is just, they are just not academic. They're just good with their hands. They are brilliant with their hand. Listen to me, they will fix a switch or they will fix a pipe in a second. You know, that child is getting A, can even put it together, don't even know how to touch it.
I remember like the all-age schools, as soon as you get to grade 7, because those children didn't pass common entrance, so they would go to grade 7. And from grade 7 onward, I think grade 7 to grade 9, they started teaching you to be electrician and all them something there, plumber and them thing there. So them used to have them thing in the all-age school, them say. So them program, there's some good programs still.
There's no more all-age school. Remember that there's no more all-age school on it. All-age school is cutting out. There's only primary school.
I think they cut them out. But what you're saying about a child now develop to a certain academia level. That child can learn a skill still, but I don't know if there's a way how to take them out of school at 9th grade and just throw them into art.
No, I am not saying to take them out of school. What I'm trying to say is that I understand that we have, and I understand that Jamaica is producing more doctors, more teachers, more lawyers. I do understand that Jamaica is producing those things more now, because poor people or middle class people are understanding that the only way to take yourself from poverty is to get an education, a skill or something. All I'm trying to say, Mr. Vegas, is that it's not everybody can be a doctor. What I'm trying to say is that I believe like right there you have Sheridan College up there. Kids leave high school and they go straight into carpentry, they go straight into plumbing, they go
Where?
Sheridan College. I'm talking about Florida right now. I'm not talking about America. I'm just telling you the things.
Oh, you mean them can leave high school and just go straight into work or programs that them can't think there. But that's
what I'm trying to say is that I don't want to cut. What I'm trying to say is that these things need to come back in place. It's gonna take a long time. I do understand. People are gonna say, "Oh, she's too old." She talk about
but they finish high school in Florida though.
Yeah, they finish. But listen, remember now, you have technical school. The technical school that you don't have Marcus Garvey technical, you don't have VA technical, you don't have all those. You know, you remember you used to have technical school that are technical school. For instance, you know, if you got Marcus Garvey, yes, sometimes you go there because some kids are late bloomer. Maybe you will go there and you will end up at university instead of UTech. You know what I'm trying to say? I'm just trying to say that our young mans that are leaving school, they are too eager. They need to listen. It need to come to a.
But the opportunities are there. That may I tell you. So you can't be angry at the government.
All right. What I'm saying is that, all right, things need to put in place. Just like how you're there, so and you're picking a girl school for 3 months.
Sis, the things are there. That you're not here, you know.
So, all right. So what? All right. So the things are there. What is the penalty for the mothers? What is the penalty? Listen to me. You're picking a 17 or 18 and a waste time. What is the penalty are there?
That's an adult.
Right
18 is an adult. You're going to beat the mother or lock up the mother.
Not to beat the mother. No, listen to me, Mr. Vegas. That is beyond the point. I am not saying to beat the mother and do that to the mother. I am saying to you that when the child is at 9th grade, which you are 14, I remember the age.
Take them out of school. Take them out of school and put them in programs.
No, I am not saying to take them out of school, Mr. Vegas. Listen to me. I am saying.
Ask me.
Not take them. Remember, now, if you are like, for instance, it used to be a Rockabessa High School. I'm talking about school at I know. When you reach 10th grade, either for instance, you're going straight go to electrical engineer. Instead of you're gone, you know what? So at 9th grade now, you go straight to do electrical engineer. So when you leave high school at 18 or 17,
you have a skill.
skill. That's what I try.
Right.
Yeah, but now if you
Right.
misunderstand me, no, when I say we take them out of
No,
school.
movers, you know, movers.
So tell me, so even though that child maybe not be a child like the Lord Jesus, but come on, know, so because when a child reach 14, 15, you know, that is the time, you know, they especially a boy, they try to, they are finding themselves at that time.
Mm-hmm.
They're searching for themselves at that time. And some of them, they want to be active. I believe that these things, Mr. Vegas, can help the crime in Jamaica if there's a system put in place to capture the young people mind that when they're in 9th grade going to 10th grade, something is there to capture them. You know what I'm trying to say to you? Like back at the old time days of the 80s or the 70s. It sounded weird, but I said, I got you push back the Jamaica, pick them back. All of technology, then go in a computer room and then go and do something else. You know what I'm trying to say? That is what I am pushing forward for Jamaica as.
But them currently have programs in the high school, them still when them learn them things, they still know technical skills. Like electrical installation and agriculture and them something like that in the school, them, you know. So maybe two you don't know about it, but in the school them.
Well, I do not know because when we got my comment, I say some little boy.
You ever researched that yet?
I'm not gonna research myself because the problem is that what remember now, we as human beings, you know, we look the eyes. The first eyes.
We may ask your sister.
No, I have never. I said I've never researched.
All right, so that makes research. Sometimes we send up. Sometimes what you know. And I same thing argument with me and teacher earlier on. Not because we do not know if a program is there, we come and we say it's supposed to be there and that could have this. Because them have programs, the agriculture program, them have electrical installation program in the high schools. Them, as a matter of fact, them really are zoning upon this agriculture thing in the high schools. Them.
Well, like for instance, I'm from Sepe, so we used to produce banana. Somebody said that's a talk. I don't know if I'm making sense because they said that I'm just talking. What I'm saying is that I'm from St. Mary. When we used to go pick up the coconut, the one that fell off the field, my grandfather used to pay me just like him pay the worker. If the old is already just put it in like.
So do we know now so them thing that in the schools them. So you have to give Andrew a pass now.
No, listen to me. Like yes, those things are still in the school. No. Listen to me, because don't laugh. We are coming. Oh, listen to me. Yeah, these things are in the schools still, okay?
Yeah. So far, two things you say already we iron out in it. So easy we iron them out.
No. You are saying that these things are still in the school. So
yes.
So you know, a child
home economics in the school.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So listen to me. Let me finish and you can talk. Yeah, what I'm trying to say to you, these things are in the schools still. So you're telling me, Mr. Vegas, a child that is going to grade 10 can choose any of these fields that they want because it is still in the school, right? Mm-hmm. So you're telling me no, that means you said when a child graduates from school at 18, 17 and they decide that, listen to me, I'm going to leave school with an actual skill so I can go and work, I can go and improve on my skill. Mm-hmm. That's what you're trying to tell me?
Yeah, then go up a heart no and go finish if they not reach if they're not think for them fully qualified. All
right, somebody texts me on my other phone. All right, what I want to find out is that where can a child go and learn carpentry? Which art school in Jamaica do that? Because that's what the child really wants to finish.
The art program.
No, which art program? Because
all of them. Any one of the heart thing that when they can enroll in.
The one
they can learn whatever skill and they can even learn left with all. And maybe you have late bloomers too, you know. So you have late. Well, I know. I'm finishing.
A question. No,
I'm finishing.
No, man. Yeah, let me just finish. There's one because she's telling me our child is interested in carpentry.
Where? Which part of the person live?
The person is in the country here. I mean, a country girl.
Tell me where. I can't tell you. Tell me where.
The person is in Runaway Bay St. Anne. The person lives
Runaway Bay St. Anne Heart Academy.
Yeah.
Right.
What they do.
Me not even go too fast in the Heart Academy.
Yeah, it is there, but they don't do that. But they don't do carpentry. What I'm trying to explain to you, but you're not allowing me to say to you. The one at Cardiff, the one at Cardiff, they do not. I'm telling you, I know what I'm saying. Now, I'm telling a lie. The one in Cardiff does not do carpentry. It mostly do catering, like front decks, level 2 in waitress and so forth, because they have a hotel there. She cannot find a carpentry for her son. The one in Portmore, she told me that it do construction, it do electrical engineer, but she cannot find that do carpentry. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. That's where I am coming to you. I know the one that is in Kingston, the Ed one, they also do level, you can get up to a level 5, which give you a degree that you can also teach in school.
Mm-hmm.
Listen to me, I am not here to bash Andrew Owners. I am just trying to find solution. She just want one that do carpentry. That's all she wants. There is several art schools. One is in Port Maria. One is in Runaway Bay. That is a very good one. Very, 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 very good one. Very, very good one.
Say it again.
I said, no, listen to me, Mr. Vegas, listen to me. I am not here to tell that. There's one in Runaway Bay.
Pull a leg. Let's go at that, man.
It's a very good one. It's near to where my uncle lives. It's an excellent one. Because you can board there. You can board there. It gives you hands-on training. So it's a very good one there. The one in Portmore give you electrical engineer. I know people that graduated there.
Well, you know more than me.
Listen to me. The problem that people have, as Marcus Garvey said, we need to well read. We need to read a book, and we need to seek information. The reason why I'm coming to talk to you about the carpentry and woodwork, most of us know it as woodwork. That's the one our son, because tell me what, our son is interested because our